Imagine being able to learn any new skill in a fraction of the time it takes others, from mastering a programming language to becoming proficient in a foreign language. Strategic learning is the key to unlocking your full potential. Have you ever felt like you're not getting the most out of your learning experience? You spend hours studying, but you still can't seem to grasp the material. The problem is that most people don't have a strategy for learning. They just dive in and hope for the best. But what if you could learn more efficiently and effectively? What if you could develop a system for learning that works for you? The first step to strategic learning is to set clear goals. What do you want to achieve through your learning? What skills or knowledge do you want to acquire? Once you have a clear idea of what you want to achieve, you can start to develop a plan for getting there. This plan should include specific objectives, deadlines, and resources. For example, if you want to learn a new language, your plan might include taking a certain number of hours of classes per week, practicing with a language exchange partner, and using a specific language learning app. When it comes to strategic learning, setting clear goals is essential. This involves identifying what you want to achieve and prioritizing your objectives. For instance, if you're a student, your goal might be to improve your grades in a particular subject. To achieve this, you need to break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks, such as attending extra tutoring sessions, dedicating a certain amount of time each day to studying, and seeking help from your teacher when needed. By doing so, you'll be able to track your progress and make adjustments as necessary. Additionally, it's crucial to Now, let's dive into the third key aspect of strategic learning, which is setting clear and achievable goals. This step is crucial because it helps you focus on what you want to accomplish and allocate your time and resources effectively. For instance, if you're learning a new language, your goal might be to hold a 30-minute conversation with a native speaker within the next 6 months. To achieve this, you could break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks, such as learning a certain number of words each day, practicing grammar rules, and engaging in regular conversations with a language exchange partner. By setting Finally, strategic learning involves being intentional about how you use your time. This means prioritizing your learning goals and focusing on the most important tasks first. It also means avoiding distractions and staying motivated. One way to do this is to use the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in focused 25-minute increments, followed by a 5-minute break. This can help you stay focused and avoid burnout. By following these steps and being consistent, you can develop a strategic approach to learning that works for you. Remember, strategic learning is not just about achieving your goals, but also about enjoying the process. When you're engaged and motivated, you'll be more likely to stick with it and see real progress. So, take the first step today and start developing your own strategic learning plan. Now that you've learned the principles of strategic learning, it's time to put them into practice. Start by setting clear goals for what you want to achieve, whether it's learning a new language or improving your public speaking skills. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks, and create a schedule to help you stay on track. For example, if you want to learn Spanish, start by dedicating 30 minutes each day to language practice, and gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable. Remember to review and adjust your strategy regularly to ensure you're making progress towards your goals. In conclusion, strategic learning is a powerful approach to achieving your goals. By setting clear objectives, breaking down complex tasks, and regularly reviewing your progress, you can develop a focused and efficient learning strategy. For example, if you're learning a new language, you might set a goal to hold a 30-minute conversation with a native speaker within the next 6 months. To achieve this, you could break down your learning into smaller tasks, such as practicing vocabulary for 15 minutes each day and speaking with a language exchange partner once a week. Remember, strategic learning is all about being intentional and deliberate in your approach to learning, and with practice, you can become a more effective and efficient learner.